almost didn't. Now, kids, you ask me, how do you play it when you have your goalie out? Don't mention the guy's name. This is what you don't do. You're going up, you pass it over. Now it goes back in. They're leading by one. The goalie was out. Watch what happens. Watch what happens now after this here. You make the red line, everything's straight on. Watch Beleskey, who's hurt right now, by the way. Watch him blast another. This is another tying goal he got. The goalie out. You get the puck in, kids. You go up the line, get the puck, get it in.
Kevin Beleskey, funny little collision with Hal Gill last night.
It's just a little way. You big guy like Gill, though, just have to catch him the right way.
Matt Beleskey, Anaheim Ducks.
Anaheim Ducks, every week, an unheralded guy, as they said. Watch this guy. He's from Windsor, and I saw him play for the Bulls. Watch this here. This guy is one of the guys that nobody ever hears about out west. That's why I always show them like that. Now, I want to show when this is over, I want to talk about something. When I get it, like, way to go, Matt. The greatest thrill I have is going to the games and watching. The other night, I got to say it.
Well, just to interrupt, sorry to interrupt, but Matt Beleskey played with Connor McDavid, who you told me all about 3 years ago when you were out with Tim scouting. And all those kids, you watched another great game apparently the other night with the Rebels. And
I saw a penalty tonight in overtime against Edmonton. And I almost cried. In overtime, the guy just touched him. I'm glad Edmonton did what they did. And we're show after we show Gandhi's goal. But you cannot have these referees and minor midget are terrific. They don't call phantom calls. They just know enough to have good. The kids love it. And I saw something I'll never forget. It was the 8th game, I believe it's the 8th game, and they lost overtime. Junior Canadians won, beat the Rebels, and I saw 3 kids shaking hands that didn't play the Canadians. Now here we are. I know we got to go. Look at these here kids. This is Streetville Tigers, and now we have these kids. Look at the shirts and ties. Now look at, here's the one we got Cohen that I love. Look at the, now you're going to say, I may get made fun of in the papers all the time. Now leave that on. These kids wear shirts and ties at 9 o'clock at night. You know, they show respect for themselves. They show respect for hockey, and I get made fun of and all the time. But anything, think of hockey. Leave it on there. Think of hockey. We've had 9,000 tests, and I think 3 guys got caught way back. One was for his hair and the whole thing. We do not have crime in hockey. We do not have drugs in hockey. We don't take drugs. This is where it all starts. I had a great picture of Crosby walking in. This is where it all starts. We're the only sport in the world where we have respect for one another, we have respect for ourselves, and I know I get made fun of showing these all the time, but look at those kids. Isn't that wonderful? I just think it's just, I can't think enough. This is Hockey Rebels. God love you, and that's why hockey's the greatest. And one more little thing, Bob Verdi of Chicago Times out there, the great writer, said after the football players, baseball players, and the basketball players, when the hockey players come in, it's like a breath of fresh air because we're polite and we're like those kids right there.
The tie that binds. Don Cherry and the Coach's Corner on Hockey Night in Canada on CBC.
Coach's Corner on CBC. Brought to you by Budweiser Red Lights. Buy yours now at Budweiser.ca.